Hello there, welcome back to another video here with me, Marshall from Limited Resources. Whoa, I almost just dropped something off my desk. Yeah, nice to have you here, and we're jumping into another Streets of New Capenna draft, seeing what this format's up to now. People have certainly adjusted their strategy, shall we say, against the onslaught of people forcing brokers, and that's led me generally down a more blue-black mentality, I think. Kind of my second favorite deck is the Maestro's deck, and maybe we can actually make that work. So let's see what happens here in this draft. Ooh, we open up Obnixilis. All right. Well, this is really sweet. This card is just awesome. Also kind of fits the description of what I mentioned before, and also takes us away from that direction, which might not be a bad thing at this point. There was a point in the format where heading directly into brokers felt like the right thing to do, and it's really starting to feel like that's not the case now. But anyway, Obnixilis, the adversary, I am in for that. This card is fantastic. You always want to casualty it just so you get at least the other Obnixilis, because it does make it very difficult for your opponent to kill both of them. That's hard to do. Even if they find a way to get through one, getting both is really tough. All right, here I think I'm just going to take Strangle. I'm not super fan of having two red cards out of my first two picks, but I do love Obnixilis and I'd like to play it. And the blue options here, which is where my mind kind of naturally goes, it's not green. Like, I'm not that interested in playing like Jetmir's Fixer into Obnixilis. Mainly because I think that Riveteers is just bad. Like, I just would prefer not to play it. Pyrosludge Arsonist is very interesting. Red-black is the sacrifice color pair, and we could get paid off for it. But I found this card to be medium and difficult to make it pay off, and a Strangle leading into an Obnixilis is going to be very difficult to beat anyway. So we'll take it. I have not loved Grizzly Sigil, though I could take it here. This is another casualty-based card. When you casualty it, it's actually pretty strong, 1 mana, and it basically, does 4 to something and you gain 4 life. It's pretty good. But I think I can actually sneak over into Hypnotic Grifter or a Little Chat. I still actually don't like Hypnotic Grifter particularly. I think I'm just going to take a Little Chat here. This does have the casualty thing going as well. All right, check this out. Forge Boss. I'll take it. Maybe we could just be this straight up sacrifice deck. It's not really a deck I've had much experience with directly. I've played against it. In fact, you've probably seen me play against it. And it was quite good. But all right, well, I'll just take Snooping Newsy here. I like it better than Backstreet Bruiser, way better than Broker's Veteran. And I would play a Run Out of Town, but I think this will be fine. Okay, there's Maestro's Charm. You don't need to tell me twice. I even like a Deal Gone Bad, but as you can hear, the value police are on their way right now because we just got ourselves a 6th pick Maestro's Charm, which is a very nice pickup. Here's my Deal Gone Bad. Rogue's Gallery, also a card I like. It only gets back creatures, so I can't get back Obnixilis, but it often can get 2 and sometimes 3 creatures. That's a card draw spell that can be really powerful in the late game. But I think I'm still just going to take Deal Gone Bad. I do like that card. I think it's totally fine. All right, Ready to Rumble or Disdainful Stroke. Not really close. I like Disdainful Stroke better. So we'll pick that up here too. What does this get? Plains, Island, or Swamp? Well, that is 2 of my colors. I also could just take Expendable Lackey. I'm going to, actually. We've already got a Little Chat, which we can sacrifice to it, and that's not too bad. I've got Obnixilis, which I can sacrifice it to, which I think is quite good, too. And then didn't I have one more? I thought I had one more sack thing. I guess I don't yet. I do have Forge Boss, which cares about that. But at any rate, having, cards that I can sacrifice willingly and for a little bit of value is pretty good. And then also if I play it ahead of Obnixilis, again, it's just difficult for my opponent to get through it. Goldhound? Sure, but no. Me actually playing a Goldhound is not on the docket here, so I'm just going to cut it. I am I do value 2-drops and 1-drops with Obnixilis and with some sacrifice stuff, but I really don't want to go that low. It's just too embarrassing. I mean, I'm drafting this in front of you. Like I can't have you watch me play a Goldhound in a deck and expect you to come back for the next video realistically. Case the Joint or Demons Do. Scry 2, draw 2, lose 2 life. Is that better than just draw 2 and get a thing? It's probably pretty close, but yeah, whatever. I'll take Demons Do. And then Ready to Rumble number 2. Probably not going to play either of those, but maybe one of them, depending on how our removal goes. Oh, and there's Evelyn the Covetous. Oh, that's a bingo. So now we've just got a value train to ride here as well. The only thing we're missing at this point, right now, this deck is already looking fairly well-rounded and quite powerful. We have no fixing. The Outlaw, my favorite common in this set. I would like to pick up a couple of those by the time the draft's over, but and we are fairly well spread out too, so I am going to need to prioritize fixing over the course of the draft, but boy, that's a hammer. This card's very, very strong. It's also pretty flexible. Like you can be greedier with it where you like play it on end step and just try to guarantee getting value or even play it on your turn. But you can also flash it in and block something. And like that soaks up a lot of damage. Sometimes it even eats something. You just risk losing your Evelyn to pump spell or whatever, which, you know, you have to mitigate that in the moment. But there's definitely times when it's correct to just play it and block. Okay, what do we have here? Wingshield Agent, Make Disappear. There's a Jewel Thief. I like that one. And then there's a Riveteer's Overlook, which actually does get us both swamps and mountains. So, you know, I'm looking at the Overlook, the Make Disappear, and the Wingshield Agent. I think we can look at our curve and see that, yeah, we could do either one of the 2 or the 3, but I'm just going to take Riveteer's Overlook. Look, it's not perfect fixing. It's not even great in our deck, but I got to do something here. I can't sit here and have no fixing. Sizzling Soloist. I think I'm just going to take the Girder Goons here. Yeah, I think I just like that better than the Soloist. The Soloist is low toughness, high mana cost, and pretty poor defensively. And this is very much a control deck. Okay, there's the Make Disappear, Demons Do. Oh, Glamorous Outlaw. Mwah. Good to see you. Welcome to the team. Number 1, Glamorous Outlaw. Kind of hoping to get another one. Ooh, and there is another one, but there's also a Nightclubber. Wow, that's a tough choice. I value Nightclubber very highly. This is a card that you can use to sweep away multiple creatures on the other side of the battlefield for almost no downside. I'm going to take it here actually over the Glamorous Outlaw. I want one more Glamorous Outlaw, and I think I'll be able to get it. Where I don't think I'll have another shot at a Nightclubber. I mean, some of this is obvious. This is an uncommon, this is a common, right? So by definition, I'm less likely to see another Nightclubber, and boy, that card can be so good in the right matchup. And in the wrong matchup, it's still playable. A play that I've made numerous times is to play Nightclubber on a board that's somewhat stalled out. What is Hereditary Tamer? Oh, that's the one that mills me a bunch. Initiate, I don't really like. What does this get? Mountain, Forest, or Plain, so not really where I want to be there. Not going to splash for Riveteer's Charm. All right, buddy. Riveteer's Initiate, welcome to the squad. Cabaret Courtyard again, another one of those. Here's a Bruiser, a Case the Joint. So I already have a Disdainful Stroke. I don't have a Case the Joint, but I do have 2 Little Chats and a Demons Do. I'm just going to take the Bruiser here. Mass Bandits does give me 2 colors. I don't want any of these other cards. I'll just take this. But anyway, I'll play the Nightclubber, -1/-1, and then strangle something with 4 toughness. Like that happens too. All right, join the maestros or case the joint. I'm going to take case the joint. Jackhammer. Wrecking Crew? Yeah, sure. I was just going to take the mythic for gem value down the line, but Wrecking Crew is a card that ever so occasionally actually makes the cut. I'm not going to play a second Demon Stew. Oh, wheeled it. Never didn't have it. Oh, boo. Luxurious Jaws Gift is terrible. What else do we have? Oh, there's a murder. And then there's a dual land. So murder is better than any of my other removal, but I have one dual and two glamorous outlaw. I am going to eat my vegetables here and take Tramway Station. Doesn't feel very good, but I really feel that I need it. All right, I'll take a murder here though. Yeah, I like that better than my other options, I think. I like getting the first murder. It's actually pretty good. All right, so here, what could I take? Plasma Jockey, Wing Shield Agent, Make Disappear, or Drop It Like It's Hot. I think I'll go with the Body Dropper, sure. We have some decent sack stuff going on. Wow. Run out of town, sleeps with the fishes. Oh, there's a Lagrella. Weird. I'm going to take Sleep with the Fishes, though. This is a really good 2-for-1. Oh, another Maestro's Charm or a Tramway Station. How did my fixing come together? I've got Tramway Station, Outlook, and Double Glamorous Outlaw. God, I could really use another Tramway Station here. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Maestro's Charm usually just ends up being 1-for-1 removal, which is fine, but, you know, it makes it somewhere in the range of a murder. It's fine. But I am nervous about my mana, and this, another dual, like another pure dual in our colors, does help out a lot. I really could use one more land that, like, particularly the Maestro's, sack land. That would be really great. Like this land, but for Maestros. But I don't see it here. There is a Cormella. That card's playable. I'm not a massive fan of Cormella, but I think it's a card you can put in your deck. I probably will here. All right, we'll just take a defensive Midnight Assassin. This is our last card, non-wheel card here. And there's really nothing for us. So just take some random card. Yeah, there's just nothing. I'll just take to the streets because it's an uncommon. Okay, so I can take a Maestro's Initiate or a Deal Gone Bad. I'm going to take the second Deal Gone Bad. Ooh, I got the Make Disappear back. That'll work. That might make the cut. And here's a Run Out of Town or a Witness Protection. You know, I did pick up the Clubber, and that goes well with the Witness Protection. I think I'll just take it here. I don't know if I'm going to have room for it, but that is a card you can play. I kind of was like, thought it would be not that good, and now I think it's a little better than that. That's kind of where I've come down on it. It is a bit of a stretch, though, to call Witness Protection a good card. That is, I'm not willing to go that far with it. But, you know, fringe playable, sure. Okay. So let's see what we've got going here. We got a ton of cuts to make. I think we should probably try to trim down on blue because we don't have lands that fix for blue. So if that's the case, what can I cut here? Kind of a lot, actually. Like I could cut Make Disappear, Disdainful Stroke, Bruiser. Little Chat is fine a little bit later. Lackey I could probably cut as well. I really do like Sleep with the Fishes. I'll cut one of the Deal Gone Bads. Cormella, sure. Goons. All right, Ready to Rumble. Both of those can go. I forgot I had those in still. So those are easy cuts. And I'll cut Riveteer's Initiate as well. I guess I'll still run the Swindler even though it's medium. Okay. There it is. Best deck you've ever seen, right? Right. I want to remind you this video is brought to you by the kind supporters over at the Limited Resources Patreon. It's patreon.com/limitedresources. And I want to say thanks everybody who supports me over there. You can go to the description of this video if you'd like to become just such a person. Okay, this is a good hand. Obnixilis, nothing to sack it to, but we can just wait on it as well. Like, it doesn't have to come down straight away. Nice. Hand got a lot better. I had the fixing anyway, but now I can just cast a little chat instead. Halo Scarab. All right. Let's see what we hit here. A snoozer. Sure. And there's a deal gone bad. All right, let's just play Snoopy Newsy. Murder in an Island. All right, go ahead. I will choose not to block this time. And let's see what my opponent does. Oh, perfect. My God, that's perfect. That's like exactly what we wanted to see happen here. Incredible. What an outcome. Okay, so this one definitely wants to make a 1/1 devil because it just basically means that that Halo Scarab can't do anything. And then I'll plus with this one. So not perfect, right? Like they could get rid of this thing without having to go to the graveyard and then attack and kill one of my Obnixilis. But I still have another one. The other one could minus that turn as well. Like, and plus getting rid of this thing without killing it is difficult and also would cost a card, which would be extremely annoying for my opponent, I would assume. Like if they have to use a removal spell on the dumb little devil card. All right, I'll block. Sweet. Ding ding. And let's see what they have as a follow-up play, because now I've got removal spell, at least with Maestro Charm. If an untapped land, I'll have deal gone bad. Oh, they had nothing? Nothing is acceptable. The question is, do I want to make a devil or just start plus-plussing? I'm just going to start plussing here, I think. It's a fairly quick clock, actually. And I'm just going to play this and pass the turn. Like, yeah, I could Girder Goons or something, but I think I'd rather just leave up Deal Gone Bad and Maestro's Charm here and just hope that it's enough to deal with whatever they cast on their turn. If I have to, I can also just Glamorous Outlaw to get my mana kind of perfect. But they're already down to 13. Like, Obnixilis is going to do work, and I mean, I haven't ultimated Obnixilis yet, but I could. Broker's Initiate is the play. Fair. Tough but fair. And then and this is a Blitzed Kaldaya Strong Arm. Interesting. So I guess they're going to target the Initiate here. So this would let them kill one of these things. Yeah, I'm gonna be very temporary minded here. And just kill the strong arm so that I can make sure to keep my Obnixilis alive. I unfortunately can't quite kill that. So I'm going to make a devil here because that gives me a blocker. And then I'll plus this one. This thing doesn't have trample or anything. Let's see what they want to do with their hand. And then Just cast Forge Boss. Yeah, that seems fine. This way, if they want to play Spar's Adjudicators, they can't also pump the Initiate. So if they play that, they freeze up one of my creatures. The other one can block the Initiate and keep it from killing the baby Obnixilis. So it becomes base power. So it's actually a 7/7 if pumped. But if they attack, I'll just block with the devil. All right, they are going to go for the Adjudicator play. So they can probably just freeze the Forge Boss and then make me chump block with the devil. Oh. Okay. Oh, they have a fight spell. Okay. All right, so they get to get rid of baby Obnixilis here. So that was a good double spell for them, but I still have the other Obnixilis on the battlefield, plus the devil. And they have kind of a mediocre board, so I am just fine with all of this. Here... I wish I would have drawn a land at some point, but it's not the end of the world. I can Maestro Charm this. I'm sure they're just going to pay the life here. Oh, they discarded. Interesting. Okay, I'll just keep this in my hand. I'm going to use it on Spar's Adjudicators, and I'm going to take like a tiny bit of risk on here by doing so. But this means that, you know, I get to know where they're attacking and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Zap that thing. So they would have had to stone cold top deck a combat trick here. It looks like they're going to try to draw one. And they missed. Tick tock. Oh, that's a nice rip. I think I'll just minus it here. Boom. Mini game around Obnixilis has been very interesting. My opponents expended a heck of a lot of resources trying to get both copies of Obnixilis off the battlefield, and they have thus far not been able to do so. All right, let's hit that hand. They discarded a card. And here I can just pass. So I've got Evelyn that I can cast, or Demons do. I'll just go for end step Evelyn here. This is also a vampire, by the way, so it triggers Evelyn. All right, what did I hit? A little chat from me and a dapper shield mate from you. Is that going to be a scoop? It is. I kind of felt that one coming. Yeah, Obnixilis did work there. Took advantage of a couple of weaker cards that my opponent played too. The Broker's Initiate's not a good card. Very difficult to make it work. And even with the 2+1/+1 counters, it just wasn't able to get through. All right, one win down. Okay, I can keep this. It doesn't have access to blue mana, but that's fine. I'll get red mana into black, so I can cast any of these. Also, if I do find blue, I have the combo Witness protection into Nightclubber can, take down basically anything. Guess I'll still just get red mana. I don't know. I could see doing that either way, but probably doesn't matter that much. Ooh. Hey, there's my blue mana. Let's go with this. I will say that Nightclubber killing Illuminator Virtuoso is already a fine exchange. That's I will just play it next turn, sort of regardless. Ooh, Mage's Attendant. So I'm going to get another victim here, and I am actually just going to play the Nightclubber. I actually prefer to blitz it, but here it blocks for Mage's. It blocks Mage's Attendant as well, so it puts a little brick wall up there as well. So yeah, that was really nice. Now I'm just all removal spells, so I do need to find either something more expensive or a card draw spell to kind of shore up where I'm at. But they're going to have a tough time keeping a creature on the battlefield for a while. Evelyn, either of our card draw spells, all of those type of things would be very good. Brazen Upstart. That's a good actual target for Witness protection because it takes away its death ability, so that even if it traded or died or whatever, they don't get the trigger from it. All right, and that is what we call a murder target. And I will murder it. And now I'd like to see some card draw. All right, little chat's pretty close actually to card draw. All right, there's a Maestro's Charm. Looks good. So we're kind of still just on the removal train. If I want, I can use Maestro's Charm to dig for action. I'm not going to do that unless I feel that I need to. Skycrier, yeah, I don't care. Okay, I'm starting to flood out a little bit here, so I'm becoming more likely to use Maestro's Charm as a, card selection type deal, but I'm not under that much pressure right now, and I can just be patient, I think. Yeah, there we go. The business. This is your business. So this is perfect, right? So this thing hits, and then I get to Scry 2, and Scry 2, when you have access to, I'll have 8 mana total next turn, is massive. Tavern Swindler? Not so much, but Obnixilis, yes. Though I don't really want to sack the Glamorous Outlaw particularly. I still might do it. Ooh, I get an extra card? I like that. Okay, there's Wrecking Crew. So I'm going to need to take a little bit of time here to kind of develop some things. Ooh, that's nice too. But in the meantime, let's... actually, you know what? That thing doesn't even get through what I have right now. So I can just Body Dropper, and then I have to make a decision on Omnixilis. Am I sacrificing Body Dropper? This thing has Trample, so I would need to Maestro's Charm it. So I can't actually... I'm down to 1 black mana. So let's just wait. And we'll make the decision next turn. Because I can Maestro's Charm away the Wrecking Crew, or if they're foolish enough to attack with it, I can deal Gone Bat it and throw a block at it or something. Mostly going to continue to ignore the Skycrier until my life total gets much, much lower than it is right now. This is a devil, right? Oh, it is. So that actually works for this. Rumor Gatherer, huh? And then you want to hold for ransom the dropper. Okay. So I'm just going to let that part happen because that kind of plays into what I want to do anyway. But in the meantime, let's get rid of Wrecking Crew. Because it's the highest upside. All right, this works too. I will play Wrecking Crew. And I will play Obnixilis. and I will sacrifice the dropper. So that worked out really nicely. And yeah, I guess I just want a ++ here. They've only got the 1 power to throw at the guys, and I can deal Gone Bad the Skycrier next turn if I want as well. So I don't want to put any of them on 1. Like, I think that would just be bad. All right, Voice of the Vermin. That's an interesting one. That is interesting, because I can kill it with Deal Gone Bad, but they're probably going to just send it in next turn and try to make the Skycrier bigger. So let's -2 this one, and we'll +1 this one. And I'll play this land, and what I think I'm actually going to do... Yeah, I'm actually still just fully stable. So the Wrecking Crew protects me. The Voice of the Vermin just runs into one of my... to the other 4/5 and gets shields knocked off of it. They'd have to make a pretty insane attack, I think, to actually make this work. So I can just sit. I mean, if this devil gets to block anything, it takes out a gatherer, a crier, a legitimate business person. Which one is this? Flying trouble, draw a card if you had 2 or more creatures enter the battlefield under your control this turn. Okay, fine. Basically, they can't let one of these devils die without just tearing up like rares and uncommons on their side of the battlefield. And I could even draw like a sacrifice effect or something. Okay, that's not too bad either. So this one needs to go upwards. And I guess this one does too. So these are both out of range of the Park Heights Pegasus, which seems... I don't know how important, but somewhat important. Should I attack with the Glamorous Outlaw? Nah. I think I can just play this mini game with the Obnixili. And I can cast Deal Gone Bad. I can't quite Deal Gone Bad plus draw a card, right? It takes 1, that's 3, then 4. Yeah, I'm not really close to that. But what can I get back with Cormella right now? Maestro's Charm, Murder. Yeah, those are all fine. So are they going to try to get something going with this Park Heights Pegasus? That's the question. Because if it can start connect, like if they can get rid of the Wrecking Crew, nope. They're just going to play Rakish Reveler, so that works very well for us. Although Rumor Gatherer triggering is annoying, like maybe I should Deal Gone Bad it. I think I'm still better off just doing what I'm doing here, but that is a type of card that can potentially get out of hand. But this Wrecking Crew is just an absolute beating for my opponent. I also could potentially get to the point where I ultimate one of these things. All right, well, let's just draw a card then. An island, not so great. Oop, Sleeps with the Fishes. That's pretty good. What would I put to sleep here? It taps it down. I guess Park Heights Pegasus is the scariest. Rakish Revelers I kind of want to come in because he doesn't have trample. I'll just throw the devil in front and then they'll lose something really important. I also could just kill it with Deal Gone Bad anyway. All right, let's plus this one and go for an ultimate. And I'll just throw this thing on here. If not an ultimate, just whittling my opponent's hand down. What's the type of card I'm scared of here? I think the overrun would be... and there's the overrun. Okay, so what do I need to do here? I probably... Let's see. It's going to get... This thing's a citizen. Yes, so it is going to get +3/+3, so that dies. This is also a citizen now. This is 2. This is not. This is, and this is not. So basically it means that the devils don't get to pick anything off. And that's kind of annoying. But I can certainly take care, like probably the voice of the vermin here. I'll just mill them, I guess. What did I just hit? Oh, Rocco, nice. Yeah, this is kind of a come at me. Like, they don't have trample. I have good blocks here still. This blocks here just eats that thing. This just eats that. 2 and then 3 and then 1 to ping. And then this thing's just hitting me for 4, but I don't care. This thing's hitting me for 7, but maybe I care a little bit. But kind of not really. Sure, whatever. There you go. I don't know what else they have, but like this is just disastrous for them mostly. Like I take 4 damage, but I get to just kill all their stuff except for the 7/5. Like that's pretty good. How many cards do they have left? They have too many. Okay, I'll just take murder then. Not above it. And then they got strangled to finish off the crew, sure. But now they don't have any attackers anymore. Yeah, that was just desperation. So we did at least figure out what kind of plan they were going for there. But thankfully, the shields were up. It was too late for that. All right, what do we got? 4, 4, 4, 5. I'm on the play. I'm going to mulligan that. It's just 2-lander that just doesn't do anything. I'll keep this one. It's just like when you start at 4 mana, it is tough. Needed just something to do a little sooner. Goldhound? Oh no, now I have to win. First strike Menache. All right. What the heck? Goldhound into Gilded Pinions. Oh, I really have to win. And now Glittermonger? What in the world's going on here? They sacrificed the Goldhound to play Glittermonger and the other thing? Wow, okay. No idea what's going on here. But they're on 2 mana with a Glittermonger, so nope. Upgraded. Goons. Okay. I'd like to draw my goons. And instead I drew another Glamorous Outlaw, which also isn't too bad. Yeah, I'll attack here. It's the reason I say it's not too bad is because I get to string together back-to-back turns with Glamorous Outlaw. It's a very powerful sequence. Just I get to spend 12 mana over the next 2 turns. That's just a lot. Yep, that guy's in. I didn't want to use Strangle on the random Zombo. Just didn't seem worth it. Voice of the Vermin. All right, that's a good one, but doesn't match up very well against the Outlaw, so that's good news for us. I don't think this will matter, but this is kind of a why not. All right, there's Midnight Assassin. That's a good card here. But yeah, I'm going to use up my mana instead and just start throwing the Haymakers down. And we're going to draw Wrecking Crew. Let's see. Clubber does get rid of Glittermonger and leaves back a 2/2. I guess it's fine, but Wrecking Crew's a little better. I'll keep the Wrecking Crew for now, so I'll draw it next turn. And then I can decide, because I'm going to play the other Glamorous Outlaw, most likely, how it looks to keep the Clubber this turn. It gives me a little bit less scry value, but it keeps the option open, and I kind of like that. I'm at 13. It's not too bad. So the Pinions can start making the Voice of the Vermin like a real problem. Oh, they have Hostile Takeover? Okay, I guess we're going to lose then. I'm at 3, yeah. Okay, well, we're not all the way dead. Not quite. I can do these things. This theoretically has us stable because of the reach, but it won't take much for us to lose. I assume that's enough. Yeah, that is enough. Yeah, wow. I cannot believe we lost to this deck. That is just embarrassing. But this card is extremely good. And the Gold Hound and that kind of stuff didn't really do anything. But Hostile Takeover did. So yeah, I lost to Gold Hound. Okay, back at it. We don't have black mana in our opener, but we do have a ton of black mana in the deck, so I'm going to keep this one. I think we have a good shot. I've been able to play, the majority of these spells. Oh, that's a good one too. We can use that to help us find black mana if we don't otherwise. All right, here we go. Requisitioner. When it dies, make a thing, but it's mainly just 3 power for 2 mana. Pretty good. It's going to take a bite out of crime here for sure. Fire Sledge Arsonist, sure. Okay, so let's see what we get here. Black mana would be fine enough. Ooh, Nightclubber? Can't be that greedy, though. Okay, so do I just play the Tavern Swindler? I think I do. It meets the requirements here to take care of blocking the Requisitioner or the Arsonist. And it's the type of card that if your opponent uses removal on, it's like, okay, fine, I guess. If they do use removal, we take 5, but then I get to Sleep with the Fishes, the Arsonist, and have a 1/1 to block the Requisitioner. So Sleep with the Fishes is kind of the perfect follow-up if they do go for the Swindler here and try to pile on a bunch of damage. Now, if they do have a double spell turn with Strangle plus something relevant on attacks, okay, they didn't. That would have been tough. But yeah, so we'll put the Fire Sledge Arsonist to sleep, and we'll get a pet. And that was very, very nice turnaround for us. Gonna kill my fishy too. All right. I will. Can I be greedy here? A little chat, like for blue. No, I can't do that. All right, let's just kill this thing. Kill that. Pass. Go ahead. I'm at 12. It feels precarious, but it's probably okay. I just need a lot of time to develop this hand, right? Like, if I hit an untapped land, just getting Evelyn on the battlefield is a great way to do so. But as it stands, I'm just in, like this. Like, perfect example. They're going to start hitting me with this thing now, right? I just knew it, right? I could just tell that I wasn't safe here, right? That like my 12 life just wasn't really where I wanted to be. And now I'm down to 6 in that same turn. Okay, body dropper's okay. So yeah, let's cast a little chat to try to hit some lands here. Okay, that works. And then the question is, do I just want to play Midnight Assassin and go for a double block on the Requisitioner? I think so. Being mana efficient in these spots is extremely important. Like, if I draw an untapped land next turn, I could play Case the Joint plus Body Dropper, for example, and keeping that option open is really important. So, anyway, I do have to lose both of my creatures here, which is kind of annoying, but I'm at 6. I can't take any more hits like that. I do have Evelyn next turn as well, which is very strong. Yeah, that's a good follow-up, though. And a Fixer? Dang. There's some serious double spells my opponents are doing. So the Pummeler's lethal. This is 4 damage. And then I would take 1 more, so I'd be at 1. If I had 1 more life to play with, I could get away with it, but I don't. So I think I'm going to main phase Evelyn here, just to see if I can't hit a land or something. But I'm pretty much dead. Just not quite enough action. This would be nice, but... So this puts me to 1. So now I can play this and then the Body Dropper. And if they have nothing, I can chump. Yikes. I guess I'll make them use a bunch of mana, which I'm sure they will oblige me on. Oh, they didn't. Wait, what? Oh. Well, okay, but Witty Roastmaster doesn't actually kill me? Oh, wow, so I blocked great. What a genius I am. Okay, there's Strangle. Well, I have to do this. Oh, man, come on. I have another land coming up. I can't even cast this. Yeah, I guess I'm finally dead here. Don't you dare attack me. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. So what are we at with this thing? 2 and 2. Still can't believe we lost a gold hound. 2 and 2. All right, come on now. Come on, deck. No more mulligans. Let's get the good stuff. Okay, that's a good hand. I'll keep it. So I can do this and then play this. Don't have double black for murder, but it can come later. Ooh, there's some sleeps with the fishies. So do I want to play Swindler or Newsy? I guess I'll just play Swindler. It's more expendable, and I can start activating it if I really want. Backup agent, sure. Nightclubber, huh? I think I'm just going to play the Snoopy Newsy here. Okay. Nightclubber's tempting there because I kind of want to just get the card, but this is fine. This is all just fine. Everything's okay. So here I can just, since my opponent's had kind of a slow start, I can just cast Case the Joint and kind of propel myself into the mid game here. Sure. Might put that thing to sleep. Okay, so let's see what we get here. A couple of lands. And we're going to draw Obnixilis. And they're going to draw Plains. I like all of this. I do need to take a turn here, though, for the Speakeasy server. Could attack with a Swindler and try to kind of trick them. I think I'll do that. I'll trade for the backup agent's fine, and a Speakeasy server block lets me Nightclubber and play a little chat as well, which I kind of like. If this is the case, though, then I'm just going to go with Sleeps with the Fishes on this thing. And then I can overlook for a Swamp, which gives me a lot more options. And now I've got plenty of stuff to sacrifice to the Obnixilis here. As it stands, though, I feel like I just want to play Nightclubber and maybe Obnixilis in the same turn. Just going to do that. It knocks out the Rumor Gatherer, which is really, really nice. And it actually just lets me kind of slam here, too. Yeah, whatever. Let's just get in. I'm just kind of winning this race. It's pretty good for me. And I'll sacrifice this. Not you. Sacrifice you. Get my card out of the deal. Get some stuff going here. So this one will minus. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'll. Okay. And they'll scoop them up. I was going to plus this one, but. All right. So that was a good draw for us. A bunch of our low curve stuff. And a really nice board state against an opponent who just stumbled a bit there. Like, they didn't stumble on mana, but they stumbled on developing their board. And we did not. Okay, here's some good stuff. We got the combo again. We've got Strangle to keep us alive, and then we'll figure out the rest as it comes. It's a good opener, though. All three colors helps, too, because we're not bad on color fixing, but we're not quite where we would want to be either. So I like all of what I see here. Want to play a swamp. Probably just want to play a swamp there. So I could either draw a body dropper or... Oh, what did I... Oh, they played this. I guess I'll just get rid of this guy. Or Snooping Newsy and want to have the swamp on the battlefield. So I probably should have just played that first, but it's all good. Don't need to do anything about the corrupt court official. The clubber will take care of that at some point. Though I will probably witness protection something and then clubber that, whatever that something is, away as well. Here I could just do it to get the card, but I don't know. My opponent just hasn't done anything relevant yet. And I'm fine to just pass turn back. That looks like they've continued to do nothing relevant. Echo Inspector. A little bit annoying because if they discard a spell to it, then it's a 3/4, but mainly it's because it has a +1/+1 counter on it, so that's kind of annoying. I also didn't draw a land, so I can't clubber Strangle. I could Witness Protection Strangle, but that's not the same thing. If I Witness Protection, it just becomes a 2/2. I need to just hit some land drops, but I can just murder that off of the Outlaw next turn, so I don't know. I'll probably just have to take a hit here. That's a very annoying stat line. Like, a 3/4 with a +1/+1 counter is just like kind of gets around all the stuff I have, except for this. Of course, I just can't cast it right now. All right, so we'll do this. Here, I guess. I don't know. Just not on the swamp. I'm just going to go to their turn, and then on their upkeep, I'm going to murder the Echo Inspector. If they have the counter spell, then I'm going to make them use their mana on their turn, because they're actually struggling a little bit on mana. I mean, we're struggling more, but still. Just want to take that clock away from them. Okay, so let's use these to find lands. That is not great. Yeah, that's fine. So if I can find I guess I'll just have to take a land here. I was going to say if I can find a blue source, I could also, I could just chain them together, but this works too. I think my opponent's just missing a color. Could be the 5th mana was the key here, but they could also just be straight up missing a color. So if they play something, all right, they didn't play anything. So I guess I don't need to bother. I'm just going to play Wrecking Crew here. This thing smashes pretty good, and they need to have an answer for it, and it's 5 toughness. It's pretty tough. And I want them to use their murder on that and not on Evelyn, because I can just win the game with Evelyn at some point here, and they still have just yet to put any real pressure. I mean, a corrupt court official is just not going to get the job done. Ooh, Ob Nixilis. Very nice. I don't have 6 mana, though, so I can't Nightclubber plus Ob Nixilis and then sacrifice like I did last time. So should I play a little chat, or should I just play Evelyn? Like, I can pass and then play Evelyn on my opponent's turn. I could even just main phase it right now. And if it resolves and I hit a land from either, then I'm actually pretty happy too. Yeah, let's just go for that. They don't seem to have a counter spell. And so as long as Evelyn resolves here, even if she just gets killed, fairly short order, I'm okay with it. And there we go. Yeah, I'm not going to upgrade the corrupt court official to a citizen. And I can play this card too. That's interesting. I assume they can kill Evelyn here, but I got my value, so I'm actually happy. Oh, the plot thickens. White mana seems to be what was missing. And there's Quasar. Okay. Well, I think I've seen it enough here to go for this. Boy, I'd really like to have one more mana here so that I could sacrifice the Nightclubber to the Ob Nixilis and still get the card out of it. Maybe that's just being greedy. Like maybe I should just play Nightclubber plus a little chat. I think I'll just do that. That's still better, I think. And I can still just sacrifice the Nightclubber anyway. Next turn to Ob Nixilis. I don't get the card, but whatever. I've got plenty of action here. All right, let's battle. Wait, they did not cast this? Let's attack with this, I guess. I don't know what's going on. Let's just make some planeswalkers. All right, they're going to scoop it up. I was actually just going to go hand here. Like I was just going to start hammering them because they had no pressure on me. And the 1/1s didn't seem like they would be super relevant against a player with no creatures. So I was just going to go plus and just start saying, hey, you need to start making decisions on your life total. All right, we got to 4 wins, so that's already a bit of a relief. But let's keep going. Why not run it up all the way? Okay, so no blue mana, but we do have access to it here, so we'll be able to cast all of our spells. I can get a mountain with this and play a swamp for Glamorous Outlaw. Then I can Little Chat or Maestro's Charm, and then I've got the crappy Demon's Due. But in the right spot, Demon's Due's, it does exactly what you want. I do have a decent amount of life gain in this deck too. I have like Maestro's Charm, Ob Nixilis. So I can buffer my life total a bunch. If you get just rushed, then you just kind of want to throw this thing away, but... Okay. Revetier's Overlook. Get that. Slow start for us here, but let's hope that my opponent has the same. Yeah, that's only a 1/1. Okay, so I'm going to have to use Glamorous Outlaw here on a swamp. All right, Cabaret Courtyard, that's good, that's a tap land. Which means that unless my opponent wants to crack the briefcase, they're not playing a 3-ball here. Oh, they do want to crack the briefcase. But it's for a card that's not going to be able to actually affect the board for quite a while. This will get them land number 4, right? And then it needs to get to 7. So, 3 more turns away probably before it attacks or blocks. That's fine. I can definitely live with that. Okay, so what are my choices here? Maestro's Charm. Am I actually going to need that card? I guess it's possible. The upside of playing a Little Chat right now is that if I hit a tap land with it, I can kind of get that out of the way and then clear away these 4-drops. Clear the way for these 4-drops, but that's not that likely anyway. But I'm not planning on using Maestro's Charm unless my opponent puts something out that I'm like, no, that must die right now. Because I really need to hit my land drop next turn. Like, I'm not going to use it on the Stomper. right now. So, yeah, they have access to 4 mana, so they need to play something pretty impressive. Stimulus package is definitely not it. Okay, cool. So now I can go for a little Chatskis. I do need to take lands here if I see them. And there's one. And there's another one. Okay. Cormella, sure. Fine blocker. This is a game where they may just sacrifice their treasures to make citizens straight away. And if they do, Nightclubber could be really, really good. Like, it might even be worth it to Maestro's Charm to try to find it, potentially. Like, that's how good it could be if they just move all in here. Type of stuff that they want to see from this position are things that leverage this, like the 2/4 that pumps all of them. If they have the stupid rare enchantment, we're just dead. I really hope they don't have that. Rabble Rousing, I do not want to see that card. I don't think we can beat that one. Adjudicators, okay. But they can't attack with the Topiary Stomper yet, so this is actually only 3 damage coming through. And I'm still at 16, so it's okay. Do I need a Maestro's Charm the Adjudicator? Not really. Not really. I can just pass. Okay, Elegant Entourage. That's a fine magic card. And then you've got Angelic Observer for almost free, but unless this last card is a land, then the Stomper still can't actually attack. It's kind of funny. So I assume they'll target the Adjudicators. If they target the Stomper, then it is going to be able to attack. I guess that's obvious at this point, but... Okay, so should I just kill the Adjudicators with Maestro's Charm? Probably not. I should probably deal Gone Bad It after blocks. It's more mana efficient for me to do it that way. Let's see. If I tap this, then I get 3 mana. And I could Maestro's Charm and play Deal Gone Bad, or Maestro's Charm and Demon's Due. That's pretty good. Like, I could charm this, or charm this, and then shrink this, for example. Or I could shrink this and eat it and charm this, or charm the flyer. Whatever. I could kill 2 things. That is very good. I'm going to do that. I think the flyer actually matters here because I don't have any way to interact with it just yet, but I should be able to block on the ground shortly. So I could play Forge Boss plus Demon's Due this turn, or I could just play Glamorous Outlaw and be like, go. No, let's use up as much mana. If I can spend 8 mana this turn instead of 6, I think I should do it. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I've got good stuff to get back here if they get rid of Cormella somehow. Oh, man, Inspiring Overseer is so good. How annoying. They're trying to find a land for the Stomper, which they must have done because they just gave the Stomper Trample. High-Rise Sawjack, sure. I guess there wouldn't be a point to give the 1/1 Trample, so even if they hadn't have found the land, they may do this. Yeah, it looks like they may have missed. Nice. Yes, they did. Wow, that's great. Okay, yes, yes, please. Yes, give me all the removal spells, all of them. So, let's see here. So I can make 3 mana here, like turn this into that, murder something, and have 5 mana. Yeah, that'll work. So this is going to be an Evelyn the Covetous turn. And there's the land. The Topiary Stomper is finally free. Free at last. So before this thing hits, I could just murder the Elegant Entourage. It is kind of a problem. But it does leave me down a blocker. So I'll let that happen. Stompy's going to get frisky. That works. All right, so let's double block here. They want to kill the Forge boss. Wait, I want to spend... Yes, I need to spend... Does this not work the way I want? What happened here? Huh. I guess I screwed this up somehow. Why did I think that I'd still be able to cast Evelyn? Well, I was wrong about that. At any rate, I am going to just allow this to happen then and just cast Evelyn. Because it's more important that I get her down than I kill the Overseer. Ooh, Obnixilis. And I get to hit my land drop off of their library. I like that. No, this isn't. Oh, but I played it, so now I can't play Obnixilis this turn. I don't think that matters, but that isn't exactly what I was trying to do, so not great. Let's put this thing to sleep. And then I have to decide if I want to play Body Dropper here or just keep up Murder. And I'll just keep up Murder. The thing I'm actually worried about here is Overrun. Like, that's the card that I think we lose to. They're top decking, so, we'll call that unlikely. But they have this dormant board state that's kind of ready to rumble. And that would really kind of unlock it, I think. And it looks like they're going to dig a little here. Okay. Well, I'll probably just murder the Elegant Entourage. In fact, I will just murder the Elegant Entourage here. Because that's the only thing that at least currently can get anything even remotely going as far as attacks go. Ooh, Midnight Assassin's very good against decks like this. Okay. Body Dropper. Swindler. Obnixilis, Sacrifice, Swindler. And then the Body Dropper picks up the extra counter. So let's make a Devil. And then start hitting the hand here. Because now my life total's going up, and that's actually relevant in a matchup like this. Should I attack with the fish? I can't imagine that the 1 point of damage really matters here. Is this thing a vampire? Oh, it is. So I'll actually get to... I get an Evelyn trigger if she survives. This is also a vampire, but I won't have any mana left over. They played a land? Oh, it's a tap. It's a draw card land. That makes sense. All right. These are coming at me. Why would you do that? Oh, these are all coming at me. I see. So this is some type of pump spell that they've drawn. Oh, they might have just misclicked. What can Cormella get back? Deal Gone Bad, Demons Do, Maestro's Charm, Murder. So some decent stuff. If the life totals stay similar, then Demon Stew is actually pretty enticing. Like scry 2, draw 2 at this juncture with all this mana and stuff going on is very powerful. Oh, it was not a misclick. They're going to pump this and do all the things. Okay. So yeah, I assume that they have a combat trick of some sort here. This thing gets lifelink now. Okay, so I'll block here. I'll block here. And I'll block here and just take the 4. I don't think I need to risk Evelyn right now for 4 damage. And I get to kill all of the guys. Okay, so it's 6 damage. Yeah, that's pretty good for them. I mean, I don't lose. I will finish off the Civil Servant instead of killing the thing. Okay, so let's play this and get our Evelyn trigger and see what we hit. Rumor Gatherer and an island. Yeah, I'll play Rumor Gatherer. And then this, wait, do I have a devil? No, I don't. So I will make a devil. Oh, Rumor Gatherer combo. That's sweet. I didn't even think about that. You don't see those cards next to each other very often. I guess I'll just play my mountain here and pass. So they used their Cabaret charm. It did something. Not a lot, though. Yeah, that's desperation right there. Now I'm feeling like we're in very, very good shape. Those are the types of cards that just don't matter right now. They need something more like the overrun type effects to get the job done, I think. An island? All right, let's play this guy, because this is another trigger, so I can see if I get something really sweet. Yeah, I'll take a strangle. I can just use it to kill the Civil Servant. Oh, and there's a Nightclubber as well. Yeah, that'll work. Sure. Oh. I have to, okay. Like this. Right. I got it. I did it. I figured it all out. So now I get the card off of the rumor guy, and I wipe away a good chunk of the board here. Do I have a devil? I do. All right. So plus, and I go to 10. And then I'll plus here and go to 12. I should probably attack with something here, right? Oh, and the Nightclubber. Darn it. Sorry, Nightclubber. I forgot about you. This board state's gotten kind of out of hand. Another elegant entourage? Sure. Okay, case the joint. Should probably do it. I'm drawing tramway, they're drawing a plains. I like that. Just witness protect this thing. Strangle this thing. Probably can just jam. Let's just plus twice to see what they want to do. I'll stack with everything. I'm at 16 now. They've got effectively 2 creatures on the battlefield. I don't see a way out for them at this point. A sweeper? Would a sweeper do it? Probably not. Like Obnixilis just sort of cleans up the mess still. Remember, they're drawing a plains for the turn, and we got to see it, so should be GG. Oh yeah, give me that card. Yeah, they're going to go down swinging. You're sending the signal. Signal received, friend. I'll send one back, though. Okay. That was a closer game. They faltered in the middle part of the game by just sort of casting, creatures with power and toughness, right? Like that's kind of what it came down to. They didn't have anything to put them over the top. No combat tricks or removal spells, sweepers or mass pump effects. They did actually have one, but that Cabaretti charm was not even close to enough. And yeah, we had it all going on. I mean, when we get, 7 or 8 mana below us and have resolved 5 or 6 spells, like this type of deck's a freight train. Like it's very rare that you see this type of deck just completely run out of gas and just not have anything to do, because you can draw any number of card draw spells which propel you into the middle part of the game or the late part of the game. So think about that, right? Even if we're on 0 cards, we have like 7 cards we can draw that find us card draw or find us more action, right? Even our 6 drops do it. Maestro's Charm does it. We've got 2 different 4-mana card draw spells. We have 2 different 2-mana card draw spells that are either selection or outright card draw. I'll keep this one. And they'll power you through to the late game. Oof, that was one of the worst draws I think we could have. This is a sketchy keep. A middling keep, if you will. Let's find a black mana source. Yikes. No land at all? That's tough. Black mana source would be lovely, but instead we actually drew 2 black cards. Now we're going to have to really get lucky here. All right, a red card? Go ahead. A red land to go ahead. We need Nightclubber-ish stuff here. All right, a little chat's actually probably one of our better draws. All right, sad. All right, well, it looks like we will be losing here because I do not see a way out for us from this point. I'm trying to figure out what to discard. I guess this. I don't know. But yeah, we're taking 7 damage here, and we haven't actually played a spell of relevance yet. So this is just going to be one of those curve out slaughter type scenarios. They actually just have lethal. Good game. All right, so sometimes you don't cast a spell. What do we end up with? 5 wins with this thing? Yeah, 5. I would put this deck in the 4 to 6 category, so 5's probably like right in the middle. Probably. Yeah, seems fine. All right, well, thanks for hanging out once again. Clunky Maestros again for the win, and we'll see you next time.